Hello, this is Jeff Perkins with JD Cutlery doing another quick video on the Tighe Integral Tie Breaker. They've recently released their new smaller version. It is the spitting image of the larger version, just everything scaled back a little bit, and another impressive addition to the Tighe and Friends lineup. Very happy with overall quality on these knives. The integral design and the level of machining and the CNC work is just incredible. I did carry one of the mid-tech versions, which is what these are, for about a year, and I loved it. The only reason I did sell it was because at the end of the day I also own a custom version of the same exact knife. So, that being said, let's go ahead and kind of run through these a little bit. We'll go ahead and start off with a bit of a size comparison. So, when you put these butt to butt, you can see there's probably almost an inch difference in handle size. And when you get up to the tip of the blade, you're a little over an inch in difference in overall size. But that being said, everything is just the same knife, just scaled down. A little thinner blade, thinner handle, that type of thing. So let's go ahead and take a look at each one of these, one at a time. So this is one of the small ones. As you can see, they're doing a bead blast finish on the cutting edge with a satin finish on the flat. And you have your Tighe and Friends logo going, made in the USA, and CPM S30V. He has, of course, all of his proprietary hardware, as well as the hidden screw pocket clip. And I just love the machining on these. They've really just taken it to a whole nother level. I was in love with the tie breaker, the original customs when they came out, and this is a fantastic change to it. That integral handle, all one piece, is just amazing. The amount of machining that goes into these, and you don't find any rough edges. Everything is nice and smooth, sculpted so nicely. So this is a purple to blue to green fade. I did leave the bead blast on this one, and as all Brian's are, this is a button lock, and they are just incredibly smooth. As you can see, you can make it drop down just holding the button. Just a fantastic little knife. I must say I might need to own one of these. I am a big knife guy, but these little guys are fantastic. Here is a buffed out bronze. Sorry, there's a little bit of fingerprinting. I'm gonna show you what these look like with fingerprints, because of course bronze is a low voltage anodizing, so it is going to show some fingerprints. So worst case scenario, you've got this deep dark bronze color, and then once you do a little bit of Windex to get those fingerprints off, dry it off, and boom, your color pops just like it did before. So I really like this bronze color. It does look good both ways, both fingerprinted and not fingerprinted. And again, just amazing machining on these. This is his sculpted blade. They are just super nice knives. And the little one fits in the hand nicely. While I say it's little, it still fills your hand. You don't have any problem with not having enough purchase, and ergonomically fits in there really nicely. Comes all the way to the end. Got a little bit of jimping up here. I do like this cutout in the blade, which of course he's had for quite a while. And again, this one does have fingerprint action, but it is a beautiful knife, whether it's got fingerprints on it or not. Jump into this beautiful teal, another buffed out, ultra bright and shiny. His pocket clip and pivot collards are also titanium. The hardware in the pivot is steel, and the button's steel, but very nicely done. Look at that down in there. Just a very sharp looking little knife. I like that blade too. Both blades are very unique. You don't see anybody out there with anything quite like that. And the way he does these pocket clips to hide the screw is really cool. There's also a small Allen wrench inside that pivot. So you've got an Allen wrench inside the pivot that you loosen up, and then you use the tool to take the actual pivot apart. So very nice design. It flips beautifully. So I did something a little bit different on this large one. We've got a purple that has a bronze stonewash. So I went just a little bit rougher look. Typically I like to make these all buffed out and beautiful because they shine up so nicely. But I figured I'd give everybody a little bit different view of what can be done with these. So this one's a little bit more subdued. Of course, we put our lanyards on all of these. I love how the lanyard hole is milled out along the back, so it can fold down in there as well as on the sides. And again, this is drop point blade, and it just flips with such authority. The large ones have the heavier blade, of course, very thick stock on that blade, and they just rock it right in there. So as you can see, the large one definitely comes out a little bit further, gives you a slightly bit more purchase. That pocket clip just folds right into the crease of your hand really nicely, so there's no issue with hot spots as you hold it. Sorry, it's a little bit hot and humid. Imagine that here in northern Texas on a nice June morning. So pardon my little bit of sweat of the hands on the knives. But that is the purple that has been stonewashed. And this one we really went very different than we've done in the past. So we have a bronze background that looks all distressed. As you can see, we got bronze, bright spots, dark spots, kind of running all through to give it a real bronze distressed look. And then we got a super bright green drizzle on top of it. So this one's kind of wild looking. It's a little different. Again, I was trying to do something that I hadn't done before with these, because I usually just buff them out a whole lot. So I figured I'd try a more distressed background and then make that green drizzle just pop. So as you can see, the bronze is distressed looking, layered in colors. You've got a matte and then a shiny and almost an oily look to it, just to really give you a lot of texture and and feel for depth on it. So these guys look nice. And again, just fits beautifully in the hand. So if you are in the market for an integral, I cannot suggest enough that if you want something that is very unique, very different, art slash affordable carry, use knife, EDC knife, this is definitely a top runner for me. I really like these. They are so much different than any of the integrals out there on the market. And again, I just can't say enough about the machining, the quality of the builds, how they fit in the hand. Just very, very nice knives. So these 5 will be going with us to Blade Show this week. If you are interested, they are all posted on the internet at our website, www.jdcutlery.com. Feel free to get in there and snag one before we get there, because I'm sure as we get these in people's hands, they're going to move fast. We're taking a bead blasted gray mid-tech and definitely putting a custom colored twist on it at the same price as the mid-tech. So definitely check us out. Thank you for tuning into the video, and have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.